So joining me right now, Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee. He's on the Judiciary Committee that questioned Robert Mueller and wants to push forward on an impeachment inquiry. And then, of course, your chairman said earlier today that he believes it's a winning strategy. They'll be able to, through the courts, get all the subpoenas that they want. So what is your reaction to House Speaker Pelosi's approach here, and that she's not trying to run out the clock?
House Speaker Pelosi is a great speaker, a Zen master. I don't know exactly where she's coming from. I think she has good. She's just real good working with people and working with issues. She just knows how to bring it to the right spot. And that's a good thing to be a Zen master. I wish I were. But I think we should go forward with impeachment, because I think as we bring out the facts in an impeachment inquiry about the violations of the Emoluments Clause, about what Mr. Mueller helped us see that was in the report about obstruction of justice, it lets us see the other things he's done that have been violative of the Constitution concerning attacks on the press, attacks on the judiciary, attacks on different racial groups, that the American public will warm to impeachment and be in favor of it. But I think you have to have those hearings, and I think it'll be helpful. And I don't think the Senate doesn't vote for it, that's their fault. But I'll tell you, I think the hearings were very good. You know, it was 6 Congress people came out for impeachment. The papers immediately wrote afterwards, only 1 congressman came out, so it was a failure. Well, 6 finally did come out. 6, that's pretty strong, puts us over 100. I think the hearings were important and positive, and I think people saw their president as a lawless president who has tried to obstruct justice and allowed the Russians to interfere with our elections and didn't try to fight back and didn't report it to the FBI.
So Congressman, you know, the House Speaker says that this is a very unified caucus. However, you have some members who say, let's take a more aggressive approach. We have everything we need in which to proceed with impeachment. And then there are others, including House Speaker Pelosi, who have a more passive approach to say, let's go through the courts and then gather more information. I mean, how do you convince your constituents when you go back home that one method is better than the other?
I don't have to convince my constituents. They're all predominantly they're in favor of impeachment, and they come up to me on a regular basis and say, stay on him, keep your foot on the back of his neck, and don't you ever let up. They see Trump as being lawless, of being having animus towards African Americans, toward women. They don't like it. I think when we go home, there's 2 ways to look at this. One way is, well, we're gone for 6 weeks, and so Trump has the stage, and if y'all let him come out of the White House and talk and cover him for 20 minutes with all of his pablum, then he's going to say, exoneration, no collusion, no whatever, don't ever like the Russians, I'm tough on them. But that's lies. He lies a lot. The fact is, it's good for Congress people to go back and be with their communities and in their districts for 6 weeks, and I think they're going to hear an earful about impeachment and about this lawless president and people wanting a check and balance on him.
Are you also concerned that you will hear from your constituents who say, as members of Congress, you know, you have sworn to oversight, and that you're not proceeding after a 2-year investigation and after hearing from the special counsel about, you know, the assessment from Mueller that the president was untruthful, that there were, you know, matters of obstruction? Are you concerned that your constituents are going to say that you're not upholding your end of the deal?
Well, they'll say that to some people. They won't say it to me, because in November 2017, I filed articles of impeachment. And my articles of impeachment have been annotated and they're ready to go. But I've held off on introducing them because I'm working with Chairman Nadler. I want to work with the caucus. I want to get more members on. We got 17 co-sponsors last time. The other people didn't have any co-sponsors. We plan to have a lot of co-sponsors this time, but we want the water to boil, and we're watching it, the temperature rise. We're not quite at boiling point, but we're getting close.
Congressman Steve Cohen, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Nice to be with you.